Our next guest is an amazing artist who creates jewelry that is culturally based on Southwest Pueblo heritage. The artist is Duane Maktima, and through his studio, he has been designing jewelry that has been described as art for the last 34 years. His work can be found at museums such as the Smithsonian's New Museum of Native American in Washington, D.C., and the Autry National Heritage Museum. With us to tell us more about this beautiful jewelry is the artist himself and the company's owner, Duane Maktima. Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Well, let's start out by telling me a little bit about your heritage and where the inspiration for this jewelry comes from.
Well, I'm from the southwestern region, which our people have been indigenous to for time, in millennia, so to speak, but the works that I do are representative of the Pueblo heritage of which I'm from. The name Maktima is Hopi on my father's side, and my my mother's side is Laguna Pueblo, which is near Albuquerque, New Mexico. And the work is reflective of the history of jewelry of our area, which our people as well have made for thousands of years. Before there was actually metal, our people had always made jewelry. And that's reflective through maybe what people might have some knowledge of Zuni and the beadwork that, the natural stone bead necklaces that people see of the Southwest. Well, this takes it another level, another step, because I've had, so to speak, formal art education, and this is my trademark, my style of jewelry that I do.
And so what do you use to make the pieces? What kind of materials?
Well, most of the pieces are precious metals, sterling silver and gold, and combinations of both metals. And the stones I primarily use are semi-precious stones, which are opaque. They are quality materials.
Well, let's take a look at some of the pieces. Maybe you can start out by describing some of the pieces that you brought.
Well, this, so to speak, this piece over here, the necklace, it's actually a reversible piece. They will show the other side of it. It's, so to speak, I guess these other pieces, the pendants, are probably one of my significant trademarks, being that, and for instance, this piece here is, I call it a fan-shaped pendant.
It's beautiful.
And it's actually a representation of what our goes back to, like I was talking about, the prehistory of our people making jewelry. But that's the significant shell shape that our people used to acquire from the Pacific Ocean from other tribes.
And you have some heavier pieces too. I noticed,
yes.
like you have matching bracelets, necklace sets as well.
Having this influence, so to speak, through academics, it brought me in touch with a lot of other international type flavor in jewelry technique, design, and these elements here, for instance, are based on, I had a great, how would you say, mentor who was Danish, and so the influences are,
They're vast.
There's
you have
vast.
many
I have
influences.
over 50 cultural influences in my work.
Now talk about men's jewelry.
Well, men's jewelry, this is one, for instance. This is, what people, I think, now can recognize. This is a bolo tie.
Bolo tie, yeah.
And but what I do is I take it several steps from what a traditional bolo is, and it's a design piece for men. And it's it's unique, as well as something like this, which is actually
it's like a cuff.
A bow guard, actually, is what
yeah.
this is. Actually a traditional jewelry piece for men.
Beautiful.
But it's got a lot of new embellishment.
What about price-wise? What's the price range?
Well, the price range of pieces that I do are, for instance, like in sterling silver earrings, they start at around $85 and go up. I've done pieces that have been $20,000 pieces.
And people can customize them as well.
Yes, that's really what I stress. That's why the website is so important for us, because it's basically you design it. I mean, it just gives you basically a portfolio of what I've done in the past, and I do all the work myself.
Beautiful. Well, handmade pieces. Thank you, Duane, for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. Well, to place orders for this unique and amazing jewelry, simply log on to the web and visit www.duanemaktima.com. Once again, the site to visit is duanemaktima.com. These truly are pieces of artwork and make great holiday gift ideas, so be sure to visit them today.